Hello students, my name is G. Nikita, M. Pharmacy, Assistant Professor, Department of the Pharmaceutical Chemistry. So I will deal the Pharmaceutical Inorganic Chemistry for the Form D first year. So today we are going to discuss about in what introduction of the Pharmaceutical Inorganic Chemistry means what is the inorganic chemistry and what is the difference between the organic and the inorganic chemistry. So in today's topic we are going to discuss about introduction of the pharmaceutical inorganic chemistry. So before discussing about the inorganic chemistry, let's discuss about what is a chemistry means. This inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry, biochemistry, this all the subjects will comes under the pharmaceutical chemistry. So this subjects just they are the parts which are involved in the pharmaceutical chemistry. So pharmaceutical chemistry is the branch of science that deals with the chemicals, biochemicals and pharmacological aspects of the drugs, and it also includes the synthesis or isolation, identification, structural modification, structural activity relationship studies, and also the study of the chemical characteristics, biochemical change after the administration and their pharmacological effect. Here in the pharmaceutical chemistry is nothing but a branch. It deals with mainly with the chemicals and the drugs what we are daily using in our life. So we will read about the chemicals and the drugs, how it will be act in our body. Next, introduction of the inorganic chemistry. So inorganic chemistry is the study of all the elements except the compounds containing carbon. So in this we will study the compounds except the compound that is the carbon, and this about the carbon we will it is included in the organic chemistry subject. And also the inorganic chemistry describes the characteristics of the substances such as non-living matter and also the minerals which are found in the earth except the class of the organic compounds. Mainly inorganic chemistry, it will tell about the characteristics of the substances which does not have the life, means non-living substances and the minerals which has been found on the earth. And the branches of the inorganic chemistry include coordination chemistry, bioinorganic, organometallic compounds and synthetic inorganic chemistry. And the distinction between the organic and inorganic are not absolute, and there is very much overlap, and also especially in the organometallic chemistry which has applications in every aspect of the pharmacy. And chemical industry include catalyzers in drug synthesis, pigments, surfactants and agriculture. So inorganic chemistry is a branch that deals with the inorganic compounds. In other words, it is a chemistry that does not contains the hydrocarbon radicals. In simple words, inorganic chemistry containing the compounds except the carbon atoms. Means the carbon atoms will detailedly studied in the organic compound, and we will study about the non-living matter which will available on the earth. So next, let's see what is the main difference between the organic chemistry and the inorganic chemistry. Means we have two subjects now, the organic chemistry and the inorganic chemistry. Let's see what is the main difference, why we are studying in two different subjects as the organic and inorganic. So organic chemistry is a study of the molecules that which contains the carbon atoms. So inorganic chemistry contains the carbon. And inorganic chemistry is the study of the compounds that do not contains the carbon atom. So first point, the organic chemistry, it will deals with the study of the carbon compound, and inorganic chemistry does not contains the carbon compound. And second point is organic compounds having the low melting point and the boiling point when we compared with the inorganic compounds. Means inorganic compounds having the high melting and the boiling point, and organic compounds having the low melting point and low boiling point. Means these compounds will get easily melted and easily boiled at very low temperature, when we compare with the inorganic compounds. And organic compounds are less soluble in water, and inorganic compounds are more soluble in water. And organic compounds are more inflammable but poor conductors of heat and electricity, but inorganic compounds are less inflammable but good conductors of heat and electricity. Organic compounds are derived from the living organisms, but inorganic compounds are mainly obtained from the non-living organisms, and also we can also able to prepare in the labs. Next, organic compounds always contain the carbon compound, but in inorganic compound it does not contains the carbon, but other than the carbon it contains other elements. And hydrocarbon bonds are most important in the organic compound, but in case this bond is not important. And also organic compound do not contains the metal ion. In inorganic compound it contains the metal ion. Organic compounds are biological in nature because they are obtaining from the living organism, so it is biological in nature. And inorganic compounds are minerals because these are obtained from mainly minerals, non-living organisms which are available on the earth. And organic compounds can be a source for energy for the living things. Inorganic compounds are the catalysts. So these are the main differences between the organic chemistry and the inorganic chemistry. Means organic, which are related to the living organisms and which are obtained, which the carbon compound is more important, and also having the low boiling point and the melting point, they cannot able to easily soluble in the water, whereas in organic compounds it does not contains the carbon atom. And also these are available from the non-living beings, that is minerals, which is obtained on the earth. And also this having the high boiling point and the melting point. And also these are the catalysts. So if you see in our syllabus copy, we have in the 21 topics. So in PharmD first year inorganic chemistry, we have the 21 topics. So if you see here in the 21 topics, first one is the errors. So errors means nothing but if you perform any of the experiments, any of the research works, so some of the errors will be found. So in order, what is the error, in which field the errors will occur, and how to we have to avoid the errors. So these types of errors we are going to discuss in the first topic. In the second topic, we are discussing about the volumetric analysis. Means how, what is, already we have learned in the intermediate, right? What is the normality, morality, molality, and what is the standard solution and the sample solution and reference solution. So in this we are going to read that is molarity, normality, molality, and mole fraction in the volumetric analysis. Next one is acid-base titrations and redox titration, non-aqueous titration, precipitation titration, complexometric titration. So these are the types of titrations we are going to discuss. And also the theory of the indicators, means what are, for what type of the titrations, which indicator is best, we are going to discuss in the theory of the indicators. Next, gravimetry. Next, limit test. So what are the limit tests, and what, how many types of the limit tests are there, and how we have to avoid the limit test, we are going to discuss. And also the medical gases, acidifiers, antacid, means what are the acidifiers, what are the antacids, and what are the electrolyte replenishers, and catrites, what are the catrites, and the essential trace elements, and what are the antimicrobials, pharmaceutical aids, dental products, miscellaneous compounds, and radiopharmaceutical. So these are the topics we are going to discuss in the year, in the first year of the in the subject of the pharmaceutical inorganic chemistry. And also we have the labs, practicals. So in practicals we will perform the experiments. So these are the topics we are going to discuss in the pharmaceutical inorganic chemistry. So before discussing that, I have already said now in the syllabus copy that these are the topics are there that we are going to discuss. So let's see just brief introduction about the topics, means their definitions. So first one is abrasive. So what is abrasive means the drugs which are used for cleaning and whitening of the teeth. So means it is used for the cleaning and whitening of the teeth. An example, dibasic calcium phosphate. Next, absorbents. So the drugs which are used to absorb the toxins and bacteria which are present in the GIT. Uh, so it will absorb the toxins, and what are the toxins which causes the harmful to our body. So that toxins will be absorbed. Example, calcium carbonate. Next one is acidifiers. These drugs are used to enhance the acidity temporarily in the gastrointestinal tract. So means what will happen, acidifiers, what it will do means, generally in our stomach, the hydrochloric acid will be released. So the hydrochloric acid is used for the digestion of the food. So if hydrochloric acid does not secrete properly, means there won't be that proper digestion of the food. So for that cases, these acidifiers are used for the proper digestion of the food. Example is dilute hydrochloric acid. Next one is adsorbents. So these are the drugs which are used in the treatment of the diarrhea, other disturbances of the gastrointestinal tract due to their ability to absorb the gases, toxins, and the bacteria. So this absorbance, what it will do means, it is mainly used in the treatment of the diarrhea, and what other disturbances will be occur in our stomach. And also it is used to absorb the dangerous poison which is present in our stomach, and also it will destroy the bacteria present in the stomach. Examples are bismuth subcarbonate and bismuth subnitrate. Next, alkalizers. These drugs are used to induce the alkaline conditions or used in acidic conditions of the body. So in the acidifiers, what it will do means, it will release the acid, but more amount of the acid release is also problem to us, because more amount of the acid it will be released means it will cause the ulcers. So formation of the ulcers is also more dangerous to us. In order to avoid it, in order to neutralize the acid, we are using the alkalizers. Example is sodium citrate. Next, anesthesia. These drugs are used to produce reversible loss of sensation. So anesthesia is mainly used in the time of the surgery. So if we do the major or the minor surgeries, the patient should not be feel any pain. So at that further should not feel any pain. So during the surgeries, the anesthesia should be given. Example is nitrogenous oxide. Next, analgesia. This analgesic is mainly used to give. It is mainly used to. This drug is mainly used to relieve the pain, means reduce the pain. For that process, we are using analgesic. Next, antacid. So these drugs are mainly are the alkali substances which is mainly used for neutralizing acid in the stomach. So if the acid production is more in our stomach, means it will cause the ulcer. So in order to avoid it, means what we have to do, we have to neutralize the acid in the stomach. So for neutralizing, we have to add the antacids. Example, aluminium hydroxide gel, calcium carbonate, magnesium carbonate. Next, antihelminthes. So this compound is used for the worm treatment of the worm infections, means the infections which are caused by the worms. For that, we have to use this antihelminthes. Next, antibacterial means the drugs which are used in the treatment of the bacterial infections, means the diseases which are caused by the bacteria. For that process, we are using the antibacterial agents. Example, yellow mercuric oxide. Ophthalmic means eye. So it is mainly used for the eyes. And anticonvulsant agents means it is the drug which is mainly used for the treatment of the epilepsy, means which affects the brain nerves. Examples are potassium bromide. Next, anticoagulants. So anticoagulants means the drugs used to prevent the blood clotting. So what will happen means in some cases if the blood has been clotted during the heart surgery, at that time it is more dangerous. So generally the heart attacks and heart problems will come due to the blockage of the blood in the heart. So in order to avoid it, we are using the anticoagulant. Example, sodium citrate. Next, antidepressant means it is used in the treatment of the depression. So some persons are suffering from the depression. So for that persons, we are using the antidepressant. Example, lithium carbonate. Next, antidote. So it is mainly used in the treatment of the poison. Means if any person take the poison, for the person to treat with the antidotes. Next, antifibrils. So it is mainly used to relieve or reduce the fever. So it is mainly used to reduce the body temperature. Example, ammonium acetate. Next, antifungal. So these are mainly used in the treatment of the fungal infections. Examples are potassium iodide and antihypercalcemic agent. So it is mainly used in the treatment of the abnormal calcium concentration in the body. So calcium is also important for our body. So for bones. So if the bones should be strong means we require the calcium. In some persons the calcium percentage will be very low. So means they have the low bone density. So for that person we are using the anti-hyperglycemic agents. Means the presence of the calcium in low level is also very dangerous, high level is also very dangerous. Means the calcium level should be in the normal level. So if in order to maintain the normal level, we require these agents. Next, anti-infective. Next one is anti-infectives. So these are mainly used in the treatment of the infections which are occur in our body. Examples are potassium permanganate, hydrogen peroxide, boric acid, and silver nitrate. Next, anti-inflammatory agents. These are mainly used in the treatment of the inflammatory pains. Examples, sodium orothalamate. Next, anti-irritant. These are mainly used to prevent the allergic reactions in our body. Next one is antiseptic. So these are mainly used to inhibit or completely destruction of the microorganisms in our body. Next, antiprotozoals. These drugs are mainly used in the treatment of the protozoal infections. Next, Next one is antiperspirant agents. So these are mainly used to remove the bad odor